We have Miss Tiny Hairs, Mrs. Tiny Hairs. Okay. And she's about to speak on it. So we just finished our show in Washington, D.C., but we wanted to make sure we get this done. We wanted to make sure we speak on this episode because it was it's a lot. You talking about the last episode? No, this coming new episode. Yeah, this new episode. So logs a lot for all the craziness and drama that's been going on with our group that has been playing out on television and through social media. But before we get into our group's drama, thank the Lord we got the yes, thank you, Bravo, for letting me back on TV. You know? No, thank you. You've definitely been the comic relief for the show. Hell no.
Exactly.
Have people been saying that to you? Yes. Like this little meme. Like I think Jamie started.
Candy, you lying. I don't know where you get that from. Talking about she is the hilarious one on that show because she ain't. They went Shakana. Now don't get me wrong. I like Tiny. I like her. But she want the funny one on that show. Not when I looked at it, she want the funny one. Shakana made that show. If it weren't for Shakana, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it would have been as a hit as it was because of the fact she made it funny. And they knew that. That's why come somewhere down the line, they started making her scenes less and less. And I'm like, the more, you know, I mostly started tuning in if it wasn't about the kids or Shakana. I was like, you know what? Because the rest of them ain't that, you know, interesting. I mean, I like him. I like him. I like watching him, but Shakana made that show. I don't know what Candy talking about.
Part of that shit where she used that little clip of you saying. I didn't even know I said it so much. I've seen like as I watched the episode.
I ain't know they everybody had a meme with it.
Okay, let's start with this. When it comes to us and doing a show with SWV. Now, everybody had different feelings on if we should do the show or not from the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. So, how did you feel about doing this show? Just from the beginning. The TV show or the TV show? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I think I might have said something before, but I didn't want to do the show. Mm-hmm. I honestly I don't feel like any of us wanted to do the show. You know, any of our group wanted to do the show just because
like something wrong with her neck.
Was like, oh, you know, we're gonna do the show with you guys doing a co-headlining thing, and you know, for me, I did not want to mess up the relationship that we had with SWV because we've never really worked with SWV that closely, and never like, you know, I mean, we've had like separate moments where we worked with Taj and been around Lily or whatever, but never like to do a show. You know what I'm saying? You know, reality shows bring out the worst in people. Yeah. So I think we were gonna have any drama with SWV, to be honest with you, because like you said, like we had already been friends with them for a long time, so and we had done shows together before, just never combining a set. Right. We never combined one set together, but we've been on shows together. Right. So I didn't think it was ever gonna be an issue with them. I didn't want to do the show because I already knew our own group was going to have issues, and it just magnifies it when the cameras get around. I never thought that we were going to have, I mean, I know we got our shit big as it was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, we, you know, internally, we know that these things have happened but we never spoke about some of these things publicly. So for it to come out, for all the things to come full circle and everybody to see it and it to play out, it took a toll for the worst. I wasn't really even thinking about it. I thought, shit, we've been doing this shit so long, we be able to get through it, and we keep moving on. You know what I'm saying? But do you think we're going to get through it now? She had to take a phone break on that. You said, do I think we'll get through it now? She had to take a phone break on that. You said, do I think we're going to get through it now? Mm-hmm. I can't see it.
I don't know. Something like she's something wrong with her neck. Maybe it's me.
8 Ball says. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the family, you know, feuding, I just, you know what I'm saying? It's new for us to see them feud this deep in this hard. Yeah.
Well, I feel like this right here. that, okay, if they feuding and they saying that this is their first time, okay, well, really and truly, it's always been there. It just got to the point where it hit the fan. So it just always been there. They just probably didn't know nothing about it because them receipts go way back. She said, them is resilient checks. And her sister and her husband Rocky, you know, Tasha and Rocky were taking the checks. I don't understand why that girl just don't go ahead on and apologize. Yeah, we were wrong and this and that. Drawing it out. I don't know if she doing it for the attention. Ooh, this shit is great. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you got to leave them demonic people. When you said there, you got the receipts and they still saying it won't me. Yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Sisters.
And the mama is on Tasha's
so,
side.
And it's getting uglier and uglier. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
because of the lies.
You can never say never. I feel like
money is the root of all evil.
What they have been, so I could see them. Maybe I don't know because it's getting so.
First, it started off good. It started off with Tamika and Tasha was apologizing to each other, whatever. So that was sweet. But you see the apologies on television, and then the stuff that's happening in real life is opposite. But and then we went into this episode when your daughter came to your house, my goddaughter, and talking to you saying. Trying to make you say that the SWV should finish the show.
You need to get on the cast.
She must be talking about Zanya Need.
She gonna try to play your mama out.
Yeah,
on
try
TV.
to get under my skin. That's what she was doing.
She was doing it on purpose.
She was definitely doing it on purpose.
So how did you feel about it?
I let her know. Her ass, girl, quit playing with me because for real, like she's really capping because although I feel like
Tired of you all over the place. What did you say is basically what Candy asking. What did you tell her? You must whatever you told her, you must can't say up there what you wanted to say, or you just didn't say nothing to her at all. You all over the place with this one, baby.
How many songs do you know? And you know what I'm saying? Most younger kids, they might not know our songs. It's like Tosh's son didn't know who he was. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't know who you was. Now, that take that hard to believe. Even though he a young, let me get the picture. Even though he's a young dude, don't get it wrong. He's aware. He got to a certain age that he knew his mom was famous and a singer. And you gonna sit here and tell me you ain't not, well, go ahead with that. That's what he wants. See, that's that pride shit. He knew who they were. He might not knew the song, but he knew who Escape was. You done heard your mama standing there and talk about him to the daddy.
But she know, of course, she's in the music, so she knows
exactly.
Who they are, of course.
And he did
she
too.
Don't know all their songs. She don't know the hits like we do. She know like one or two songs.
Right, you ain't saying he
for her
invested in it.
Yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah, she was really trying to get
You just want to bother me. You just want to boil my blood, get me riled up, because she like me when I'm riled up.
So talking about the order of the songs, you guys had set assignments for everybody, and
I'm tired. You should have come and talked to me. I've been talking to you about it. You know they stole my money. Ain't nobody stole it. You know they did. You know they did. You there acting like you don't know. Cut the cameras off.
Was your mom angry because you put this on blast in front of camera?
Yes. Because she don't want nobody to know that her precious daughter did this to her sister. I am a human being. You don't want to have it do me like this. It is you can't cut fair. The cameras off. Get out of my house. My mom was angry because I revealed something that no one knew. Not even my own daughter knew. Lord Jesus. Ocean. Yes, ready for me. You know this, and I was pregnant with our money when this happened. Tamika, you know this, Mama. I gotta go. Let me go. I just need a ride. I gotta go. Baby, she deserved an Academy Award. She came with some bull ass. She was on some. You know she was on some bull ass, Ocean. You know that. I was really praying that it didn't get to this point. And for you to sit there and act like you didn't know Tasha stole my money from me. You know this, and I was pregnant with our money when this happened. What is? Okay, chicken, yes. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much, baby. Where's Tasha? Yeah, where's Tasha? I don't know. I thought, since she's not here, I thought she didn't come because of last night. What happened last night? My mama called a family meeting. And how'd it go? Not good. God. And guess what I said? What? I brought up the incident where she and Rocky took my money. Oh, Lord. Have my mom sit there and take up for my sister like she always does. It took me back to when my sister and her husband stole my royalties.
Yeah. That's what the whole thing is about.
Still felt like there should have been like the moments where you like, oh, that's SWV, oh, that's Escape.
I saw that Coco basically said, well, whenever somebody starts off the conversation like, I don't mean to offend you, they're gonna fucking offend you.
Okay.
Yeah. But my thing is, just because I say something that you don't like, it doesn't mean that I'm being disrespectful.
That's true.
That is true, but at the same time, though, Candy, you know how you is. You a little hot tamale, too. She try to downplay, Candy do try to downplay like nothing don't bother her. It do. You know, anytime, she said this out of her mouth. Anytime you a very competitive person, you bothered. And it don't take much to get under Candy's skin before she done, she done started crying and ready to pop off at a nigga. But she want to downplay it like, oh, don't nothing bother me. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. When you do.
That's true. I mean,
Right, Tiny. It's that's true.
Please tell me what you felt about the conversation when they had SWV, Escape, all of us came together at the Corey Boys where the stylist was. Tell the world, what did you think about that, child?
Which part? Because there was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It was all over the place. I seen emotions were flying everywhere. Everybody was arguing. Coco and I think you had some words. And Tamika was
look, watch how she tried to downplay it.
So, Tasha was very quiet.
Cause Candy and Tamar also, Candy and Tamar had some beef. That's crazy. I don't know if Tamar, but Tamar always been a person to speak her mind anyway. But hold on.
To be a gamer. Okay. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then he joined chorus in school, and so now he's
looking
into
like
singing.
So
he can be singing like his mom? I don't know, because he doesn't realize that in chorus you're singing with like 20 other kids. Oh, there. It's not just you, boo. They're not gonna hear you. Okay.
Do you ever visit at a school?
I do.
A lot of things that I said during the conversation, they cut out. Like, you don't really see me talking a lot at all during that meeting on the show. No, you and Tamika did most of the talking on the show.
I did right there, because and Tamika too, though.
She got her feelings. I mean, I felt like she was in her feelings. I wasn't in.
Yeah, I think that they already been kind of a little offended by.
See what I'm saying? How is it? Oh, she was in her feelings. I wasn't in my feelings. You stay in your feelings, Candy. You stay turned up when somebody say something to you. Especially if it's something Candy like this. She's already ticking time bomb. You understand what I'm saying? All it needs is for somebody to spark her. Spark, and she ready to pop off. But especially if it's somebody she knows she don't get along with, but she stayed on 100 anyway. Candy do. She always came off the type of person like, what I'm saying? She always like kind of sort of tensed up. That she always got her guard up. She don't never look like she relaxed. Now here lately, I say is I think here lately when she started this YouTube channel, she started easing up more and to me looking more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But before, she always seemed like she was always, guard up, or she had, what I'm saying, she had to give a perfect answer, or now she, like I said, she the one that said it. She always in competition. She always feel like she got to compete with the next one. So, yeah, using your feelings.
I mean,
That's why Tiny kept saying
this thing that Tamika had said about the president's
precedent. No, but when Tamika basically said to Tasha, not Tasha, when Tamika had said
Can
to
you
Tasha,
get out of her face?
That they don't have a Candy and Tiny in the group.
Let her fly.
I felt like
if she don't feel it, leave it alone.
The conversation of followers.
But that would bother me too.
And they was making it seem like all we care about is followers. The thing that I didn't feel like they ever showed in the conversation was what we said was when they kept saying, well, we sell more records than y'all. And we said, yeah, but we sell more tickets than y'all.
Right. And so I think that people, they got offended, but I don't understand why, because when they said they sold more records than us, we admitted, yes, you're right. We're not like, oh, no, you didn't, or so what? You know what I'm saying? We say, yeah, you did, but we do sell more tickets than you. And the reason being is because we can reach more people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We reach more people. We have a wider audience because of our fan base. And
now that's what I stand to correct that at. She said that they got a bigger fan base, and she right. Now I agree with on that, but they got a bigger fan base than SWV because they got a lot of known people that's in their family and that they attached to. You see what I'm saying? SWV ain't been out there like Tiny. Tiny them done had a show. Cause I gotta promise you, if Candy and Tiny them Candy won't on this Housewives show started out with that franchise, and Tiny hadn't started their reality show, they'd have been faded out. They only been because they been working. SWV ain't been in the limelight like that. They been faded back. So not the people forgot about them, but they weren't relevant at the time. You don't forget about them, just like you don't forget about TLC, Salt and Pepper, but they not something that you sit here and think about. They not relevant right now. You see what I'm saying? But the reason Tiny and Candy is relevant is because they stay in the, you know what I'm saying? They stay in the media. They got TV shows. They doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing interviews and doing in movies and all kinds of stuff. Not to mention, look at Candy. I think probably, Todd, her daughters. Her daughter. I forgot her daughter's name. But anyway, they, and then, her mama, they famous on her side. So people, tune in for that. Not just Candy, but the people that she associate with. Same thing over here with Tiny. Look at the list of people that associate with her, that people know who she know, and people, and they tune in for that. Because they cameoed when they had little parties and stuff. The people, them celebrities that they know, they show up. Like Toya, Monica, who else? A whole lot of celebrities show up when it comes to these two right here. Look, she married T.I. And that alone gonna boost up her her followers and stuff. Her daughter, famous. Zanya Neat. The kids are famous. So that's why they got more fan base. I don't think it's because they better recognized than Escape. It's just that they been in the limelight and they stay relevant. That's all. SWV just came back on the scene to being relevant. So don't get it twisted, Tiny.
I think that it just went over people's head because it was like, oh, follow, y'all think and honestly, a lot of people make their living off their followers.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That people don't even work no more because they're able to make a real living off their following.
Yeah.
The followers. So, it is important. Sadly, it is important because today's age is like ran by the internet.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all shit popping because of the simple fact who y'all are with, and because of y'all been relevant all these years doing shows and stuff. But SWV, we ain't heard nothing about SWV until until the versus thing. They started this versus thing, and they started coming back. Popping then, and then after that, they started booming. So now, they back on the scene. And even when you talk to them, it ain't nobody. I don't see nobody in their family that's known famous. Far as, like I said, I don't know in Tasha family, not Tasha family, but Coco. Ain't none of her family famous. Lily, her family ain't famous. What's the other one name? Tosh, I think that is, because she got the son. She the one that said, her son the one said he didn't know them. But yeah, she married, and they married a football player, I think. Now, but still, now she did have, and that one there with the football player, she had a reality show, but that shit ended. I mean, I was watching that, but I don't know why that ended. But that didn't last long. That didn't last long. But yeah, she married a famous football player. But after that reality show stopped, I think it was them. It was all of them back then, though. I think they all was on that show, or was it just her show? Anyway, when that fell off, they fell off and weren't relevant.
I'm just saying, when you get to the point where you sold millions of albums, it's like we both have done a lot, so it's not like you're making me feel bad. Oh, my little bit of millions sold, like we all sold millions.
I guess the
Candy can be petty too.
Like 30 million records, bitch. Like the way it was thrown around, like people started like, oh, y'all can't touch them. They sold 30 million records. When actually, reality, we like
neck and neck. Right.
And we still got more followers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There you go. Even if you have got more followers, Tiny, you got to understand you got more followers just because of who you associate with and who you married to. Candy, because she been doing Real Housewives of Atlanta for decades. So that's what kept her famous. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't so much. It's like, it was so much. She was in it so much so was to the point when really and truly people knew her just from Real Housewives of Atlanta. They ain't say Candy from Escape no more. Same thing with Tiny. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say Tiny from Escape. That's just like I said, you didn't even think of the group when you saw them. You just saw them as, okay, now, like you said, actors, reality people. That's what you saw them as. You didn't know well, I didn't. When I looked at it, I didn't think of, Escape. That never came to mind. They started being reality celebrities to me. That's it. I ain't think nothing about them being Escape until they did verses. then it came back. You see Vision. Now when you see him, you in the back of your mind, you see Escape again. That's how it worked for me. But I'm just saying, it ain't because that because they got more fan base. It's not because y'all are more famous, which in a sense, yeah, it is. But y'all are more famous also because of what y'all doing. Because if y'all want out there, if y'all want popping, y'all wouldn't be relevant either. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna be a legend because you go way back. Like I said, like TLC. Just like now, what's her name? Like TLC. You don't really think about them or really pick until somebody brings something up about them. But that's just how it is with SWV versus Escape. Escape's, Tiny and this girl here. Because really and truly, it's 4 of them and only 3 of SWV. And for me, only one that you think about, you don't really think about the 2 sisters in this group until this show here started. So I ain't never, when I was looking at these TV shows, I ain't never say, Lord, where in the world is Tasha and the other, her sister, Tamika. I ain't never think that. I ain't never think that when I watched Hustle. I ain't never until they brought them back together. So that's what I'm saying. Tamika and her sister was out of mind, out of sight until they started bringing them back. Till they started back bringing them up. Their followers. Probably you're right. They probably didn't have no followers and stuff because they weren't relevant. But now that they back and they becoming to be more relevant, their fan base will build up. That's how that go. So don't get too cute, Tiny.
That was, I guess, as of February, that was what it was of record. Now that we didn't tell them to put that in, that's what the producers went in, got the actual numbers. So now everybody is adding
Who cares,
all
Tiny?
these other extra singles that they've had, the single sales and this and that. But when you're talking about strict,
she always gonna break somebody else's shit down, but she ain't gonna know. She always the innocent one in it. She ain't gonna know. Very rarely she admit to her shadiness or her messiness in it. It's always innocent the way she come at it. Candy is, and she the queen of pettiness and messiness.
just for the album. Right. That's what it was, and they posted that. So just so y'all can be clear and everybody can stop running these with fake news numbers. Feel about it.
The dance audition, I mean, it was so. Well, here's the thing. Here's another thing.
Look at Tiny thumb.
I did not know.
She keep them. They look how they bend over like that. They look like that. Shit look like that hurt. It's like her thumbs don't never relax.
For me, I just felt like I didn't know that
look,
when we was talking about
both of them.
Joining forces, that we were.
That hurt for my finger, my thumb.
We were talking about doing
the bead, I can't even bend my thumb back like that. Like she got hers bent back.
I didn't know that we were bringing so much. I feel like we brought so much to the table.
That shit look like it hurt.
Get downplayed, like we're supposed to be doing this and doing that. Like we're bringing a lot to the table that you guys haven't been doing before. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Look like a foot toe.
Just pretty much, some facts of how, what I'm saying, we kind of do our thing. It's totally different.
I wonder if she could relax that thumb.
I guess when we joined forces, we kind of brought in a lot of things, to the table that
Is it broke?
they don't usually do. So, like dancers. They don't do dancers. I didn't find that out to the day of the thing because I was like, we were talking to them. They was like, well, we don't have dancers. I'm like, you guys don't have dancers.
You reckon that boy done broke her damn thumb?
They didn't DJ.
Couldn't watch Candy thumbs versus her. For Candy thumbs.
I mean, everybody do DJ for verses. So they don't do graphics, they don't do DJs, and they don't do dancers, and they don't wear outfits like that. And I mean, Is it something else?
When we started having
See,
this
look how
conversation,
relaxed Candy Thumbs
it's
is.
like, for one show, y'all can get it. I keep reiterating this. The whole conversation with us was about a tour. The promoters was having conversation with us directly because we weren't really dealing with manager at the time. And
But
saying,
then,
hey,
look
we
like
want to
her
get this
about
tour
broke
with
too.
y'all. This is what we got to spend. We're going to do this, give you guys that. And then this is what we got
They
to
about
give
stressed
to the
then,
other
cause they
acts,
got some.
right, or whatever. And so we knew all the different terms that were being offered the same way as their manager knew. Now for us, the reason why
Oh, them niggas stressed out. Cause I ain't
like,
nowhere
okay,
near
yeah,
when
we
I'm
should be
sitting here
headlining
doing it now
because
with my own
we had
hand.
already been
And that
headlining
shit
before,
hurt.
and it had never been a problem before.
Y'all
So
do it. Talk with your hand and hold
how
that
they
much
think they
stress on
supposed
your
to, well,
thumb.
because they had already been on shows with us going before us, so we didn't think it was gonna be an issue.
I mean, we honestly, we've never. We would start now because why? We've never done it before. No promoter has ever asked us to go on before SWV. You're right, when it came up, we were
okay with that though. Okay, just because you ain't never done it, don't mean it can't change up. What's the problem with changing up? Okay, I think for me would have been because they don't always know everything, producers and stuff. Okay, if one group ain't better than the other, okay, then why not especially when y'all touring or whatever, or y'all got spots to go to, why don't y'all just take turns? That make it more easier. Okay, if SWV open Friday, then Escape open Saturday. If Escape in the show Friday, this Saturday, SWV in the show. What's the big deal? I mean, cause for them to feel like it can't be changed up. You just were talking about change in the earlier part of the conversation about they changing up to doing dances that they didn't do before, DJs and all this other kind of stuff. So why come they can't change up the program to the point where, okay, if SWV start out Friday, then they'll start out Saturday. That's how it is. Take turns. So you don't. If you really want to be in peace, then that's the best way to do it. You ain't got to worry about the people who don't blame it on the audience, because all the audience is looking at who is for y'all to perform. So don't blame it on the people now. So don't do that. So I don't know if they end up saying, well, the people look expecting for this and no, it ain't the people. It's a decision that y'all make. It ain't got nothing to do with us. All we looking for y'all to come out and do what you do. And don't care who first or who last. That's just the way it is. If I'm going to go to both shows, it don't matter to me who first or last. So if y'all can't change up, then to me, yeah, y'all throwing salt in the game too, because that would have been my thing off top. Yeah, so it don't be no argument.
It was supposed to be a paid show. Nobody got paid for this show. It wasn't like, this show they just wanted to end the show. I mean, I think that, it came collectively like that they would start. Because, I mean, open and close. But,
They didn't say no, because what they heard him say, you start, and she still wanted to end. So she didn't say, okay, swap us out.
Right, no, she didn't. And that was just like, at the end of the day, they were arguing the same point that we were. They was trying to stand their ground on. They wanted to finish the show, same way we were standing our ground. So for me, I just kind of felt like that's a business disagreement. No feelings should be getting involved.
Yeah.
Like, that is just is what it is. You're standing your ground, we're standing our ground, but they were getting like a lot of like real, like, oh, she wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, girl, you act like we ain't come from the same, like, you from New York, but we from the A, so we all can
What?
be at the same
Can't about it.
vibes. But we wasn't trying to be like that with them.
No.
The same video, they kept putting them in the big room with the piano, and me and Tamika got the short end of the stick.
But
anyway, but this this one here is one that likes the finer things in life. I mean, you see that on the show. So I don't think that Tamika was trying to really say Tiny wants a piano in her dressing room in every area, but she's definitely had a piano in her dressing room before.
Yes, I have, and Lord, it really made an uproar with these two. Her partner ain't in there, but yes. They cussed me
exactly.
and Tasha out, and
Kenda always downplaying something.
Especially the second time we got it. We ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, you been trying to put A team in there, but I'm down with the B team now.
Now she calls us the B team. Whatever, girl. We have to touch on some of the things that have happened in the last week, a couple weeks, right? Our drama within our group is very public. Now, Tamika dropped her receipts, receipts video, which is on her YouTube. Tamika Scott, the real Tamika Scott on YouTube. You can go see. She dropped the receipts. Now, a part of them receipts was your mama was on the video. How did you feel about your mom being in the video with Tamika?
First of all, they tricked me because I had already told my mama, you ain't doing no damn videos. You ain't doing nothing. I mean, you know.
Tiny line.
But, you know, of course, Meek is my baby, and I do understand that she wanted to, I guess, clear up everything and show the people that, you know, her sincerity and, you know, give them some facts and let them hear from who started,
right?
You know, found all this and did everything with this whole company. But
and when the man explained how the checks had been cashed, right. Okay, so with that being said, how do you feel about the receipts?
They're heavy. Receipts, baby. Receipts is heavy. And the thing is, I mean, we knew that Tamika had the receipts for a while, and she was not wanting to, I guess, take it any further, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, people were like, oh, well, you know, y'all were doing interviews. We were doing press interviews to promote our show. And, you know, of course, when you do press interviews, they want to know about what's going on, and they're going to talk about it, and they're going to ask you questions. But after, you know, so we did answer them, and we gave them what they wanted, but after Tasha was going on all this press run, and she was like, you know, just going so hard about, you know, what she didn't do, and, you know, and all of this stuff, I think
she actually said, I want to see it. If she got receipts, I want to see the receipts.
Yeah, and so it pushed Tamika to the point to where she's like, you know what, I gotta go and give him the receipts. Because, you know, as that being her family, she know it was out there, and she know there was, you know, it's heavy. It's still heavy on her because it's her family, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's nothing that she takes pride in or she took pride in doing, but, you know, to clear her name up and to, I guess, just put it all out there and be done with it, she felt like it was time to do it. And she held it back as long as she could. But, you know, it just more in another interview and an interview and an interview and an interview after each other. It's just like, okay.
This is in his mind.
Candy mouth look like the Joker.
So they can't,
she got the smile of a Joker.
Have you guys looked at it that way?
And, you know, that is a good way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I just
prove my point.
I'm hoping that there's going to be some way to heal. You know what I'm saying? Because they are family, and they've always been, you know, very close, you know, because Tamika was willing to sacrifice whatever, you know, to keep her relationship tight with her sisters and her mother. And I think right now she's just grown to the point to where she is, you know,
I like their eyebrows. They're who doing the eyebrows got them on point.
But hopefully they could respect
it's about it. Even as you can get them, they need to leave them just like that. Don't touch them forever, ever. Keep them like that.
And forgive one another. I don't
they
know,
perfect.
You know what I'm saying? How heavy that's going to go, or if it's going to turn around this fast, or anytime soon.
Okay.
It may take,
and so sometimes you go through a little stormy season, and you just have to take it and keep pushing. Like, you know, people might be mad at you right now, but it's always time or opportunity, if you stay in it, to turn things around for the fans. But you got to be honest, and you have to take accountability, like Tiny said.
I mean, every storm runs out of rain, you know what I'm saying? And we know this, so you got to just keep looking for better days.
Right. Okay, so with that being said, the better days ain't came yet, because the episode ended on another storm.
Yeah, it did.
You know, Candy love messiness.
So we got to touch on this before I'm going to let you go. They see us come back together for this meeting at the studio. It's a town hall meeting. So y'all know I'm here for a receipt, honey. So I had told, Tamika had kind of like told me a little bit of her conversation with this promoter beforehand, and she told me that he had sent her all this stuff. So I was like, make sure you print it out. You got to show these receipts now. You can't just be hitting people with fake news. So she printed, okay, so the promoter sent copies of screenshots of text messages between him and Rocky. And he also sent a copy of a wire transfer receipt from the bank. It was an actual wire transfer receipt with bank numbers on it. It was multiple payments. So it was one particular one that said like $5,000 or something. And it said in the note section, it said for escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for escape going to Rocky's company or whatever. So anyway, and you can't fake wire trans.
Is that Rockland Records?
Rockland, I believe.
Rockland Records is R. Kelly's company. You can look it up, research it. So. He tells a lot of lies, child. So please, y'all gotta redo your research with the news, the fake news that be going on. But anyway, we're not getting on that. So this is the stuff that Tamika had. She had the copies of the text message. She had the copy of the wire transfer receipt. And I guess, was that it?
Yeah, I mean, that was enough.
That was enough.
Shit. The crazy thing is for me, I mean, here's another moment where she just, and I didn't know nothing about these receipts. So mind you, when y'all start talking about these receipts, y'all hit me when y'all hit her. And I'm just like, damn. And but you know, here again, she's not taking any, like, she's not gonna, like, oh yeah. She's like, what is this? Like, I mean, but what is it? We're like, they're text messages.
Like, you can read it, just like, read it right now.
They have your man's number right here. I know your man's number. This is his number. She's like, anybody can do that. Like, anybody can do that. But the biggest thing is, in the text message, they're saying each other's name. They're saying Sam, Rocky. You know, they're saying each other's names.
You know exactly. We knew exactly what he was talking about. But the thing that I knew for a fact that it was real was, okay, so basically what happened was, you guys know that for a while, Escape 3, which was Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha, they were doing shows without me. And, you know, I was filming and stuff. They were still doing shows. There was no black man.
It's on the text, so I don't have to, you know, speak on it.
Right.
But it's on it. It's a text of it, you know. But here's the thing, like it was crazy to me and Tamika because Tasha, you know, being that her and Candy never really got along, and at the time, it took us a minute when we didn't have Candy. It took us a minute.
That's the best I ever seen Tiny her too. She need to keep it like that unless she gonna wear her own color.
And at the time, we were making more
money.
But
that's the best style I ever seen her have lately.
Right. Now you don't have 4 people to split with. You just split 3.
And we were making, and our budget was up. We was making making more money. You know what I'm saying? So in the process, when she started saying, "Bring Candy back," me and Tamika were like, "For what? What are we doing that for?" You know what I'm saying? We love Candy and everything, but she don't want to do it, and we make good money. Like, what you talking about? You know, she was just like, "Yeah, but you know, it'd be great to bring 4 people back, and you know, to have an original." We like, all right, okay, cause you know that's true. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't make no sense to us. But now when we read text messages, it all comes together. You know what I'm saying?
Because they was getting some extra money on the side.
They asked her to bring us back, 4 back, and you know, we just was kind of like, what? You want to do that? Like, you want to go get her?
Right, which is so crazy because we had show you in that argument in a conversation that she and I had prior.
Her and Candy don't get along, so why you want to bring Candy back? Yeah, because they were getting extra money if Candy would have Candy came back. Damn, they some thieves.
The one that she told y'all that she tried to tell how she was there for me as a friend. Mm-hmm. Really, she tried to throw at me then. I'm the one who wanted you to come back. No, after seeing these text messages, I realized you only wanted me to come back because you
getting paid
for your husband. Yeah, so for you guys, for clarity, the text messages were legit. They were from the promoter. No, we didn't make them up. And I don't see how the promoter could have faked those text messages. It was clear conversations between the two of them. Too many of the things that were said in the text were things that actually had happened. Yeah, so no. he had been talking to you about this man giving him extra money on the side. So like you were a part of this, and now you're trying to play us like we stupid right now. Did you? It's based on what shows she wants to do or what promoters she wants to work with, based off of who's giving her man an extra check on the side. Then we're allowing her to control the situation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, so
like, your husband's, you, Tamika, is anybody else's husbands involved in any decisions?
No, our husbands are not involved in our decision making. Of course, they're gonna tell us their opinion, but our husbands don't make no decisions for the group. So
might not, Todd might not make none for you, Candy, but T.I., he control now. He controlled Tiny.
Say, hey man, he's got these people, but nobody gets anything for it. They just turn it over to whoever our people is and let it go. And so that's what we wanted from everybody's man. We just want it to be to where our men kind of stay out the in the background and let us kind of handle it as us poor women. But we can never do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why also when you think about uh, I guess reuniting, it just seems like it would never be it would never be able to happen because there would never be a time that I feel like she's not gonna.
She frustrated when she got her mouth like that,
runs all her stuff,
and you really can see that Joker smile, that Joker expression.
I just don't think we'll be able to work together because we know that at the end of the day, like he's still gonna be in control over that side. Right. We never know where that's gonna go. So it's sad. It's a sad thing because we are still sisters.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Can I say something? Me and that damn Rocky never dated. We have never dated. So I don't know who's trying to start this rumor. We've never dated.
So y'all ain't dating.
You trying to be funny?
She's serious about that thing too.
I had to fuck with you a little bit. Don't goddamn headbutt me. I'm about to headbutt this bitch. Hey. Let me go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but we never dated. Now, he and I were friends first. Like, he became friends with me before anybody else in the group. But that was like on that first tour we went on.
Yeah.
We never dated.
Yeah.
To be clear, never.
They never dated.
I would have told you.
Yeah, I know what you told me. It wasn't no dating.
And we never fucked either.
You never
Just
fucked.
To be clear, if somebody would have tried to make that.
Well, good thing you cleared that up.
Y'all didn't get close to nowhere near close to fucking.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I Tasha, I feel like she's going through a lot right now. It's a lot going on. You got things going on with her sister and us. I think.